Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Dr. Tanima Singhal. I have 12 years experience in obs-gynae. My graduation is in Ayurveda and post-graduation in reproductive child and health. Since 3 years, I am working as a childbirth educator, lactation consultant and Garbh Sanskar expert at Maa-Si Care Clinic, Vikas Nagar, Lucknow. We do take offline consultations and online consultations also. So today's topic is how to my baby is not eating anything. What should I do? This is a very common question asked by mothers. I am a lactation consultant and I get mothers for breastfeeding, but sometimes for relactation or for basic if their mothers are connected also with me, and when the babies turn 6 months, then they are always in having this question like what should I give to my baby, how to get a toddler to eat, or how much do babies eat, and my baby is not eating anything, what should I do? So all these questions are very commonly asked by mothers. So today's session I am going to take the same session today, where I'll be answering these questions and giving you tips on how a mother can make her baby eat, and the answer to the question, my baby is not eating anything, what should I do? So so today, first of all, you have to understand babies eat very little. They have the stomach capacity is very small. So you have to always ensure that you should give a proper dense, nutrition dense food, so that if the baby is eating less also, then also you are like ensured that the baby is getting enough nutrition. So how you can do that? There are different varieties, there are different groups of food items, like grains are there, and vegetables are there, dairy items are there, non-vegetarian food is there. So it depends on how much nutrition dense you are making the food. So you have to always see, if you are making food for your baby, just try to have it nutrition dense, so that the baby, if eating less also, then the nutrition is not compromised. Okay. Now, you have to also keep experimenting new flavors and textures. So, what do you mean? What do I mean by saying that? So, because there are a lot of food items with different textures and flavors around us. If you see, we have got different seasons, and every season we get so many good food, so many different variety of food and fruits and vegetables, and we always like just name some that this my how can I give this to my baby, how to give that to the baby. So you should always, first of all, you should not think that way, and just try to have different textures, different flavors into your baby's food. So that will make the baby interested towards food, and will try to experiment and eat different foods. That will help you with the question that my baby is not eating anything, what should I do? So this you have to just see that you add different textures and flavors. Now you have to modify your mindset. Modifying the mindset means, sometimes we label food that this is a snack, this is a meal, this should be eaten in the morning, this should be eaten in the evening, this should be eaten in the lunch. You have to change the mindset. You have to understand your baby, that what kind of food and what kind of like which time the baby is preferring a meal kind of a thing, which time a baby is preferring a snack type of thing. You can't just make your baby eat the traditional way which you are have been eating, like three meals and two snacks. If you feel that in the morning the baby should get up and take milk only, this is not compulsory for the baby. So you have to just see what in the morning, if the baby feels hungry, you can give some solid foods, like you can make some upma, you can make little poha for the baby, and you can make your baby eat that, and then you can give milk. It is not compulsory for the baby to have milk in the morning as the first meal. So you have to just study your baby, you have to just see what your baby requires, and according to that you can give your baby what is the baby requiring, like what the baby prefers, what kind of food the baby prefers. Okay. So basically you have to be like, you should have that kind of feeling that okay, I can do that. Most of the mothers, they always have, no, I can't do, my baby is not eating at all, what should I do? They just keep asking here and there. It's better that you understand first your baby, and that can be done when you are at peace. If you're always worrying about what should I give to my baby, then obviously you will not be at peace to just think about what can I give to my baby. So okay, so first relax and enjoy your motherhood journey. This is so important, to just enjoying your motherhood journey. You are a parent, your baby needs you. So every time if you're just worrying, then that kind of tendency you're passing up to your baby also. So just see that you are enjoying your time with the baby, and just reading out to the baby, just seeing what are the baby's needs. Accordingly, you can work on that. Okay. Now, next is offer everything. Sometimes we as mothers feel that this is not good for my baby, this should not be given to the baby. For example, I see some mothers, when I advise them to, you can give some kind of porridge in the morning, they feel the porridge will be so, like it will be too light for the baby. No, this, you should not label anything. You should just see that what kind of food my baby prefers and eat, and give your baby accordingly. Now they have this tendency of also, how much do babies eat? So first of all, see, there is no hard and fast rule how much they will eat. We as mothers, sometimes we feel that okay, a bowl of food, if I have given my baby, that has to be finished. So it is not true. Sometimes you also don't feel like eating the same amount of chapatis you have been eating every day. Sometimes you feel I can have one more. Sometimes you feel that I don't need now more. I am done with today. So always think about that, what kind of tendency you have as a person, that if you are not feeling the same kind of food every time, same quantity of food, same is with the baby. So don't force every time. Let the baby just recognize his hunger by himself or herself. You should not force feed the baby, and don't just compel them to finish off the food. So like, you have to just see about it. Like, don't compel and don't force the baby. Then the next thing is, don't puree everything. Mothers have a tendency of just puring everything and giving to the baby, that will be easy for the baby to eat. So always remember, especially for smaller babies, the baby's stomach capacity is very small, and if you are giving purees which has water content into that, the baby will fill up with the water content like liquids, and that will not give a good nutrition, dense nutrition to your child. So that way the growth may become falter, it might become it might become faltered. So that way again, that will be becoming a something to worry, that my baby is not growing up properly, the baby doesn't eat anything. Because you imagine, if you are very thirsty and you drink good water, then you don't feel like eating anything for some time. So just see that you don't puree everything. Try to mash the food, or you sometimes you can just make puree, or like you can just make some kind of porridge for the baby. But don't puree your food, especially after 8 months. You should not puree food. Always remember this. Okay. Then finger foods. This is a very nice concept of finger food, and that will help in the hand eye coordination of the baby. So finger foods, what are finger foods? Like small grapes, you can just make them into four parts and you can just give to your baby. Also we have this murmura. You can just have a murmura and you can just offer your baby, and the baby will pick up it and eat it. So that way what will happen, the baby's eye and hand mouth coordination will be there, and that way the baby will develop, the intellectual growth of the baby will be there. So that way, and finger foods will help your baby to become independent. So finger foods is very good. You can offer finger foods, variety of finger foods, like you can have carrot, you can cut down carrot into slices and you can give, or into sticks you can make fingers of carrots and a cucumber. All these kind of things you can give to your baby, and the baby can eat it by himself or herself. Then make meal time family time. Most of the time I see mothers, they first feed their baby and then they sit down to eat with the family. You should involve your baby with your family. That baby should have that kind of feeling that I am the part of the family. Why are you feeding first to your baby and then you are sitting down? I understand you have that concern that with the family, the baby, I don't know how much the baby is eating, or you won't be knowing how much the quantity. So let the baby decide the quantity himself herself. So you should not like always compel into that. Let the baby recognize his or her hunger. So that way it will be better for the baby, for her or his growth also. So you have to always see that you are creating a safe and accepting and a happy eating environment. Okay, then let the baby make a mess. Many times I see mothers, they feed by themselves only and don't allow the baby to feed on themselves, saying that the baby will make a lot of mess. So let the baby mess up. Babies learn, when they learn eating food, they learn it with their all the senses. So that way, that is very good for the development. So let the baby make mess. You can give, sometimes I see babies giving, having banana, and they really mess up everything, but that is okay. You can clean up later on, but let the baby make mess of the food if the baby is making. But just see that that should not be wasted. You can have the baby on a place where the baby is playing with the food, suppose, and the eating also, that's okay. You can clean it later on. Then always see, you should communicate positive messages. Sit down with the baby and just talk to your baby. Let's sit down, baby, let's eat this food, and let's eat food so that we can really enjoy that. Make family eating time or the meal times a happier ones. So that will give a positive feeling in the baby that meal time is a happy time. It is not like when the mother will be nagging behind me. So it will not be that kind of a thing. So making meal time a happy time is very important for the baby and for a whole family together. Then you have to mix up food. How you can mix up food, what does that mean, mix up food? So like suppose, don't offer same kind of thing every day. Like some people have a like tendency of making white rice every day in the lunch or something like that. So you can make variety. You can give brown rice sometimes, you can give white rice sometimes, sometimes you can make it with some pulao kind of a thing you can make. Sometimes you can give steamed rice, sometimes you can make fried rice, sometimes you can make it with veggies, sometimes you can make it with curd. So that way variety, like making, mixing up the food with different textures and different foods will give new varieties, new textures to the baby, and it will help the baby to have different textures. So that will help in the baby's development also, and it will help you to fight out to that question that a baby is not eating anything, what should I do? So this is a something, this is some tips and tricks which will help a mother to like work upon her baby's food and making a meal a healthier one. So the last question which I usually mothers use ask, how to get a toddler to eat and how much do babies eat? I think I have taken up that. About quantity, as I already told you, you should not force feed your baby. Let the baby decide his or her hunger and lead them. So this is all for today, and I hope I have covered most of the things and some information which was useful for you all. So if you like this video, kindly share it all and just like the video and share it. Thank you so much. This is Dr. Tanima Singhal signing off. Bye bye.